Before I met Dr. Pedre, I had chronic skin issues. So most dermatologists diagnosed it as psoriasis or some other type of chronic autoimmune issue. And what I found after working with Dr. Pedre was that I'm actually highly allergic to gluten. And we did a couple of Zoomer tests, which really went super deep on different ingredients that I may have a reaction to. And it turns out I was off the charts allergic to all different types of gluten. When I followed his protocol, it totally cleared everything up. What made me say yes to working with Dr. Pedre was knowing that he is the total subject matter expert on gut health. Not only has he written 2 books, not only does he have a huge social media following, but I see the knowledge that he puts out on a regular basis, and I know how well versed he is on these topics. When working with Dr. Pedre, we did a series of tests. It started out with just a couple of virtual consultations, video calls to understand who I am, what my issues were, a little bit more about my background, my eating habits, exercise habits, all this kind of stuff. We really went in depth. And from there, he advised that we should go through a path of testing my body. And with those blood tests, I was able to see what I was allergic to or non-reactive to or reactive to, so to speak. And so what he walked me through was that some of the foods that I thought I would have an issue with or thought I had an issue with, I actually have no issue with. What surprised me the most about working with Dr. Pedre was his bedside manner. He's, even though we're doing virtual consults, he's a guy that's really easy to talk to. He's very down to earth, but also really knowledgeable. And he's not a guy that just throws a bunch of solutions at you. He's a guy that constantly asks questions and wants to go deeper than any other doctor I've worked with. Now that I've worked with Dr. Pedre, I'm not plagued with chronic skin issues, and I'm not as worried or confused about what I should eat and what I shouldn't eat. It's not every physician that has a large social media following that's highly engaged, and that was kind of cool to see, but also the value that he keeps putting out on social media. For anyone on the fence about working with Dr. Pedre, I would say I was more than confident that Dr. Pedre was by far the most knowledgeable on gut health and was the most well-versed on the latest trends in gut health. Dr. Pedre continues to educate himself on what's happening on the cutting edge of gut health science, and that's what made me want to work with him. He was able to help me figure out what is going on inside my body, and for that, I'm very grateful. I am Billy BOSCH from Miami, Florida.